History is often written in stone, but sometimes a single stone can rewrite history. Imagine a quiet landscape in northern Victoria, Australia. It's here that a discovery was made, not of giant dinosaur bones, but of something much smaller, yet arguably more profound. A single slab of sandstone, small enough for one person to lift, has completely upended our understanding of when life first conquered the land. We're not talking about skeletons, but something much more ephemeral: footprints. These ancient tracks are whispers from a lost world, and they're telling us that the age of reptiles began tens of millions of years earlier than we ever imagined. Let's travel back in time. Not just a few thousand years, but 359 million years, to a period known as the Carboniferous. The world then was an alien planet. The air was so rich with oxygen that it supported giant insects and sprawling, dense swamp forests. It was in this primordial landscape that a small, lizard-like creature, about 80 centimeters long, scurried across some damp ground. In doing so, it left behind a series of delicate footprints that would become fossilized, waiting for us to find them. Until this discovery, scientists believed the first reptiles, and indeed the first amniotes, the group that includes all reptiles, birds, and mammals, appeared around 320 million years ago. This was based on the skeletal fossils we had. But these new footprints, locked in rock, dated to about 355 million years ago, shatter that timeline. They push back the origin of reptiles by a staggering 35 to 40 million years. Per Ahlberg, a paleontologist from Uppsala University who worked on the study, put it bluntly, "I am stunned. A single track-bearing slab calls into question everything we thought we knew about when modern tetrapods evolved." So what makes these tiny impressions in stone so revolutionary? The answer lies in a tiny but crucial detail: claws. At the tips of the long toes in these footprints, there are clear, unmistakable claw marks. Claws are a key evolutionary innovation. They separate the amniotes from their amphibian-like ancestors. You see, early four-limbed animals still needed to return to the water to lay their eggs. Amniotes, however, developed the game-changing ability to lay eggs on land, freeing them from the water entirely. This leap required new tools for a fully terrestrial life, including feet with claws for better grip and movement on solid ground. As Ahlberg explains, claws are present in all early amniotes, but almost never in other groups of tetrapods. The claws are the smoking gun, strongly suggesting the creature that made these tracks was one of the very first primitive reptiles. This finding doesn't just change the when of reptile evolution, it also changes the where. Previously, the oldest reptile evidence came from the northern hemisphere, so it was assumed they originated there. These Australian footprints suggest that this pivotal moment in evolution may have actually happened on the great southern supercontinent, Gondwana. It also helps to solve a long-standing mystery known as Roemer's Gap, a period in the fossil record with very few four-limbed animal fossils. These tracks prove that life wasn't just hiding during that gap. It was actively evolving and diversifying in ways we're only just beginning to understand. What's truly amazing is that this slab of rock tells a detailed story of a single day, 355 million years ago. Paleontologists believe one creature first ran across the damp ground. Then, a light rain began to fall, leaving tiny dimples in the mud that partially obscured the first set of tracks. A little later, after the sun had hardened the ground slightly, two more animals of the same species ran across in the opposite direction. Finally, the tracks dried out completely and were buried by sediment, starting a journey through deep time that would end in our hands. Of course, the ultimate proof would be finding a body fossil from this exact time period. The search for that holy grail of paleontology continues. But these footprints are a powerful reminder that our planet's history is still full of surprises, and our understanding of life is constantly being rewritten by new discoveries, no matter how small they may seem.